because they have Max Fried is pitching today he's had a great year for Atlanta. Chris Sale's trying to bounce back. And Atlanta will be in the mix to make a move for another pitcher. And they have the lineups. And then you got the Yankees, obviously. They expect to be in contention. The Giants right now are tied in the loss column with the Pirates, the Reds. I mean, who else are they? The Mets are 4 games behind them. They're tied in the loss column with the Nationals. And think about the Nationals, Pirates, Reds, the Brewers maybe. Those teams are not expected to contend. Not with their payrolls. The Giants, with the $200 million payroll, were expected to be a contender in the National League. That's difference.
But dare I even do this to you? Do you know who's starting tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks?
No clue.
Their second pick in the 2019 draft, because in the 2019 draft, the Giants took, and we just saw Volpe, the starting shortstop for the Yankees, who bats leadoff. He was drafted, 30th overall in that 2019 draft. We took Hunter Bishop. They took Corbin Carroll at 16, and the other guy they took in that first round because they lost a free agent, Blake Walston, who's a 22-year-old. So he's starting tonight in his third ever start for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So, again,
Lefty.
We keep coming back to the same conversation. Their inability to nail draft picks, develop them, or to even utilize them in trade packages, it just keeps rearing its ugly head.
We don't even know if Walston's good yet because I'm looking at his game logs here, and I haven't seen just today. It'll be the first time I see him pitch. Walston, he's a lefty. I'm not sure if he's a power pitcher. He's got stuff. I had done no scouting on this guy.
He's a 6'5" guy, and we will see it tonight.
175, but he's skinny. 6'5", skinny guy. Does he throw with power? What's his pitches? Is he a fastball pitcher? Is he a ground ball pitcher? Is he a strikeout pitcher? Well, I see his first 2 starts. Gets Miami, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts. They lose that game 3-1. Gets the Dodgers. Dodgers was his first start, Second start was against Miami. First ever start against the Dodgers back on May 1st. 3 innings.
I hate you.
3 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. But I expect the Giants to scuffle against him for some reason because that's just what they do.
So is that where we're at now with the Giants? They lose on a walk-off in a game that they had the opportunity to take the lead in the ninth inning, and they lose on a walk-off against a team that is below them in the standings and now feels like they're galvanized as they're celebrating at home plate. We'll just wake up this morning and we're just like,
Yeah, well, you know what? They were getting no hit.
What is this, the Mike Singletary era?
No, it was Matt Steinem's era, but they were getting no hit for the first 3 innings, right? First 3 innings last night. To me, here's where my mind is going right now. Honestly, and look, the Giants are fortunate they're in the National League because the National League is very mediocre.
Yes.
Outside of the top teams.
Yes.
They'll hover around 500. They'll be in the mix for the wild card. But I wonder if it'll be enough for Farhan Zaidi to keep his job. And I don't even want to talk about firing Farhan, but here's where my mind is starting to shift. After watching the Yankees, because I can't get it out of my head. I mean, I damn near gave Aaron Judge a standing ovation. I mean, he took a step on the dugout, and I said, oh my God, that's Aaron Judge. 6'7", 280, the presence, number 99. He's in the on-deck circle. I said, damn, I remember we had the number 25 who gave me that feeling. And he goes out there, hits 2 jacks, and the next day he almost hits the glove in left field. Part of me, I hate saying this because I do want the Giants to be very, very successful. But in order for things to change, we almost need them to face plant in order to have change. Because I do believe that Greg Johnson is in over his head right now. I don't know who's in his ear. I don't know what experience he has in running an organization in the big boy market in the NL West where you got the Dodgers, Padres, and Diamondbacks, the Rockies or whatever. They're a AAA team. That organization's a joke. But what is he going to do if the Giants finish 83-79, 81-81 to sneak into the playoffs and lose in a wild card round? Is that good enough for people to keep their jobs? Is that considered a success when you have a $200 million payroll? So part of me, Shasky, wants the Giants just to face plant, and I hate saying that because I want Bowmel to be successful. I want Chapman to have some playoff run. But in order for change to happen, you almost need a monumental collapse from the Giants. You need them to just face plant, not make the playoffs in order for change to happen. Because by this recipe, they're trying to sell us that, hey, we believe in the thought process. We're in the race. Playoffs is the goal. It's not good enough for me. It's just not.
I don't know where I stand on like bottoming out because like right now
I want them to win.
No,
I want to say that. I want them to win.
I want them to win, but like I want them to do something bold. That's what I want them to do. When Monte was traded, that was bold.
Yep.
It divided the fan base and look, and the Warriors get credit for it. I mean, it ended up being one of the greatest moves in franchise history.
The 49ers trading for Christian McCaffrey.
Trading for Jimmy Garoppolo to upstart the whole thing.
Bold. Trey Lance trade, even though it didn't work out. Bold,
absolutely. Trading for Jeff Kent, trading away Kevin Mitchell. Like, I think about all the moves that the Giants have made over the years. Like, they're bold. Signing Barry Zito was wildly bold.
Trading away Matt Williams was bold.
Yeah, very much so, right? So, like, I'm looking right now, and stories like this are getting lost in all of the frustration of the big picture. Elliot Ramos looks like he's a player.
Yeah.
He's played 24 games, really. He's got 26 hits. 4 home runs. This is a guy who's on pace for over 20 home runs if he gets 500 at-bats. He's batting almost 300 right now, slugging close to 500. I don't know if that's sustainable, but I want to see it. 24 years old. It feels like he's proving something this year. You know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see him have 3 bad games and Austin Slater get activated and Ramos get DFA'd. That's what I don't want to see. So to your point about like face planting and this and that, I just want to see if these young guys that I've been hearing about are any good. And then I want them to do something bold to get me a real hitter in the middle of the lineup who's a traditional 3 or 4.
Well, here and look, and I'm with you here. And part of the reason why half of me is like, yo, faceplant, lose games, because
I think a lot
there would
of
be
people
some
feel
change.
that way.
Because you know what?
I think a lot of people
you know what's happening, and I don't care about them being 7th in attendance at home right now. I think it's a direct correlation with the Warriors not being in the playoffs, the A's not being any good, and nobody going to their games, so people are searching out baseball. Because I look at the numbers last year when the Warriors had 3 home dates, playoff dates on the same day the Giants had. The Giants drew 24, 27, and 21,000, which is well below average. That's below average. Giants like to get 30, 35. They brag about that stuff. They were getting nowhere near that when the Warriors were playing playoff games. Nowhere near that. And we were complaining about the attendance. So now the attendance is up. But I don't know how many people are bought into the Giants right now. But the Giants fans are telling you, by not going to these games, by letting the Yankee fans take it over, as Chris Russo said, it was embarrassing what happened over the weekend. Yankee fans had premium seats. Premium seats. You telling me Giants fans, like the Giants fans I knew was like, oh, the Yankees are coming to town, we're going to that game. Oh, the Red Sox are coming, we're going to that game. Can't find a Giant fan who's going to that Yankee game.
And let me just, I want to continue on this because I think this is important. For 3 weeks, what have we said? Oh, when Conforto comes back. Conforto came back last night. Forget what he does as a player. He's a 31-year-old. He's a journeyman. Did that do anything for anyone? Did anyone lean forward? I'm asking sincerely. Did one person lean forward to watch Michael Conforto back yesterday?
And that's the problem.
And I like Michael. I'm not trying to pick on Michael Conforto. People thought I was picking on Wilmer yesterday. I said Wilmer was Willie Mack Award winner last year.
He was.
Wilmer was awesome, but like nobody is going like, hey, can't put the baby down. Gotta watch Conforto swing.
Just put it in this perspective. This is an organization. It's had Orlando Cepeda, Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Will Clark, Kevin Mitchell, Chili Davis, Kenny Maldonado, Barry Bonds, Jeff Kent, Matt Williams, Pablo, Hunter Pence. Hell, even Aubrey Huff had a season. And we were trotting out Wilmer Flores as a number 3 hitter against the New York Yankees on Sunday afternoon.
Against that lineup, though.
Against that lineup. So I think people, when we say that we want a star, this is what this market grew up with. The Giants were bad. You always had somebody to lean on.
Willie Mays, McCovey, Cepeda, and then after it was the end of Willie Mack, you had Jack the Ripper for a short period of time.
Clark, and then you had Will.
Clark. You brought in old man Joe Morgan. All right, I'm talking about my dad's formative years.
82.
And then obviously they were terrible, 83, 84, 85. And then you bring up Will Clark, Robbie Thompson, Matt Williams, and trade for Kevin Mitchell. Okay, and
while
having Jimmy up and down,
and you had Jeffrey Leonard, Hackman,
absolutely,
and you had Chili Davis.
You had your Don Robinsons.
You had Chili Davis.
You had a lot of different characters.
We are used to having stars here. That cannot be understated. So when you're platooning left and right, we're telling you, no, we need to know who's batting 3rd and 4th every single day. The Yankees know. We know who's batting 3rd and 4th. The Phillies know. The Dodgers know. The Braves know. All the real legit teams know. Even the Red Sox. Rafael Devers, you're going to be in the middle of that lineup, buddy.
Well, and if you want to get your bang for your buck on Matt Chapman, Get Matt Chapman some protection. Give him
Please.
somebody who can bat in front or behind him that strikes fear into someone.
No, this is embarrassing.
And by the way, Matt Chapman, I'm just going to say this.
He's playing his ass off.
He really is. Watching him run the bases last night late in that game, that dude wants it.
He wants it.
All the people I'm not mad at and all the signings, everything, I like Matt Chapman, and I want him to be a Giant for the next couple years.
You know what? Having him on the air and getting to know him a little bit. And then I go to the game, and you know what this walk-up song is?
No.
The Kendrick Lamar song.
Oh, I didn't know.
What is it? Oh, man.
I don't know.
Me,
You're the one that brought it up.
They're not like us.
Oh, they're not like us.
They're not like us. And Chapman goes up to that. I'm like, okay, he's got some.
Everyone.
Right. They're not like us. They're not like us. Kendrick's bumping. I'm like, all right, man, Chapman. And he does have some steam. You see how exhausted he was in that inning, running the bases? He's playing his ass off. I'll rock with Matt Chapman, no doubt about that. But the rest of this team,